the full details of the spending review, but one of those elements, which is the 2% increase in the council tax to pay for social care, I know for a fact that this is applied. Council tenants, housing association tenants, and private sector tenants will all suffer as a consequence. 2 years ago, 33,000 people were taken to court because they couldn't afford to pay for the council tax. Even more are going to be taken to court to pay for that council tax. It's going to be the poor paying for social care. That's what it's all about. It's going to have a direct impact on the housing situation in the country. We have a housing crisis at the moment in the country, the worst housing crisis we've seen in 40 years, since the Second World War. What that means basically is there are millions of people on waiting lists who can't get decent, affordable and secure housing. It means millions of people in the private sector having to pay higher and higher rents. The average rent in London now is $1,500 per month. And it's going to get much worse. The plan is to get rid of even more social housing. The Tories are passing through Parliament a piece of legislation called the Housing and Planning Bill, which is actually promising to sell 1.3 million housing association properties into the private sector. At the same time, it's going to actually enforce councils to sell their housing stock, to pay for that sale. It's going to increase the crisis in housing even more than we've ever seen before. They promise us that the private sector can provide all the housing. That's a figment of their imagination. The private sector never provides for everybody's housing. House builders only build houses for profit, not for need, and they never will build for need. And that's why we need council housing. We need to replace all those houses that have been lost. And that's why we need a building program. Jeremy Corbyn has promised that he will build council housing when he gets elected in 2020. Unfortunately, we're now in the process of losing millions more houses. And we need to fight the loss of this housing stock now. That's why we got to oppose the Housing and Planning Bill. That means lobbying your MPs and demanding that they vote against this housing planning bill. We also need to tell councils that they need to oppose every measure to reduce the stock of council housing and basically oppose any sales that they attempt. For example, they're introducing means-tested rents into council housing. This is going to mean more people being forced to sell their council houses. We want to stop the sale of council houses. We want to build council houses because we need houses for people that can't afford houses. We also need houses because people want to live in public housing. So I think I'm suggesting we oppose the Housing and Planning Bill, oppose the extension of rights to buy into the housing association sector. It will be a disaster for everybody on the waiting list, the people in the private sector, for council tenants, housing association tenants. We need to stand against the Tories' attacks on public housing. Oppose the bill. Lobby your MPs and lobby the council.